Hello everyone, Mahima this side from the regulatory team of Devanki and Chopra. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs has introduced a very important compliance window through its Journal Circular number 1 dated 24th February 2026, launching the company's Compliance Facilitation Scheme 2026. Let's understand why this scheme matters to us. Under Section 403 of the Companies Act 2013, delay in filing of annual return financial statement attracts an additional fee of Rs 100 per day with no upper limit. Over the year, this has created a substantial financial burden, particularly for MSMEs and inactive companies that have failed to complete such filings within the prescribed timelines. Recognizing this and based on the representation received from the various stakeholders, including the companies, with a view to request to waive off the additional fee through a scheme, MCA has now provided a one-time opportunity to the companies to regularize such non-compliances and introduce a scheme known as Companies Compliance Facilitation Scheme. The scheme is aimed at improving the compliance level and ensuring that the corporate registry reflects the accurate and up-to-date information. Additionally, it is aimed at facilitating inactive or defunct entities to opt for the dormancy or closure by paying the lesser fee. The scheme will be enforced from 15 April 2026 to 15 July 2026. Now, what are the key benefits of this scheme? First, companies can file the belated statutory forms such as AUC4, MGT-7, MGT-7A in case of small companies, ADT-1, FC3, FC4 in case of foreign companies, as well as the certain pending forms under the Companies Act 1956 by paying only 10% of the additional fee along with the normal filing fee. Second, inactive companies can apply for obtaining the dormant status under Section 455 of the Act by filing Form MSC1 and paying only 50% of the nominal filing fee. Third, companies intending to shut down operations can apply for strike-off using Form STK2 by paying only 25% of the applicable fee. So this is just not a filing relief, it is also a strategic restructuring window. Now let's talk about the immunity. Where filings are made under the scheme proceeding under Section 92 and 137 will be concluded. No penalty shall be levied provided filings are made before issuance of adjudication notice or within 30 days of such notice. However, if the adjudication order imposing a penalty has already been passed, this scheme will not wipe out that liability. Also note that there are the certain companies which are not eligible to avail the benefits of this scheme. The categories of such companies are as follows. First, companies against which the final strike-off order under Section 248 has already been issued. Second, the companies which have already filed the striking of their name from the ROC. Companies which have filed for obtaining the dormant status. Companies which are already dissolved and the vanishing companies. Now, here is the most important key takeaway. After 15 July 2026, the registrar will initiate necessary actions against the company that failed to avail this scheme and remains in default. So this is clearly a last compliance window before the enforcement action intensifies. From a regulatory strategy perspective, this is the right time to identify all the pending annual filings such as AOC4, MGT-7, MGT-7A and ADT-1 and complete them at the reduced additional fees. Review whether the company has remained inactive for the past few years and consider applying for obtaining the dormant status. Where the entity is no longer operational, evaluate the option of striking of the company through filing of Form STK2 at the concessional filing fees. Regularize long pending filings before any adjudication proceedings are initiated by the registrar of the companies. If your company has a pending filing, this is not something to postpone. This scheme can significantly reduce financial exposure and regulatory risk. Thank you.